Good afternoon. Here we are yet again. It's another curve flattening concert. We'll see if anybody shows up. So far, oh, there's a few people coming in. Somebody will drop me a line eventually. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is concert number 186 or something, 187. We've done a lot of these. Michael Tierson, hey, Mike Verbeek, Deb Leiby Clark, and Andreas Postler. Yes, it's me again. I don't know who wrote that. Charlie Bryant, of course. And Peter Lips is here. Yeah, so some of you saw I did a little short one this morning just to check out that everything was working, because our good friend Cozy Sheridan got banned by Facebook for no apparent reason. She didn't do anything wrong. And they just quit letting her post live streams. So she's going to be moving it over to YouTube Live. You'll be able to get the link for those on her Facebook page. And I'll post the link for it as well. Because we shouldn't lose track of somebody as good as her and Charlie Koch. Kit Serikaku, Carol Pred, Jay Dusenberry, Marshall Lowe, Wayne and Diney, Ann Mintz, remembered, good girl. Bruce McNeil, John Sauer, Steve Edelman, Charlie Bryant, Steve Davidson, Sarah Steele was here this morning. Alex Bevan is here. I should remind, well, I'll wait a little while till we have more people here. I don't want to have to make these announcements twice. So let's get right into the music. Tom Dietz is here. Linda Mintz is here. S.A. Tudhope, Eddie D. and Scooter. Debbie Lipstruer Vasallo is in Madrid. So it's nice and sunny here, and I wouldn't call it warm, but the snow is melting at a rapid rate. It's probably in the low 40s or something. So I'm going to just do some kind of folk music, some old folk music, and some kind of, I don't know if you'd call it folk music, but it's pop music that has become a folk standard. So, but we'll start out with real folk music. Now there is a man you'll hear about wherever you may go, and his holdings are in Texas, and his name is Diamond Joe. And he keeps all his money in a diamond-studded jar, and he never paid much meaning to the process of the law. Well, I signed on with Diamond Joe, boys. I did offer him my hand, and he gave me a string of horses so old they could not stand. And I nearly starved to death, boys. He did mistreat me so. I never saved a dollar in the pay of Diamond Joe. Now his bread, it was corn dodger, and his meat you could not char, and he nearly drove you crazy with the wagging of his jaw. The telling of his stories, I mean to let you know, there never was a rounder could lie like Diamond Joe. I tried to quit him, but he did argue so that I'm still punching cattle in the pay of Diamond Joe. And when I'm called up yonder, when it comes my time to go, give my blankets to my buddy, give the fleas to Diamond Joe. You give my blankets to my buddy, give the fleas to Diamond Joe. So that's Diamond Joe, and a little bit of St. Anne's Reel tagged on the end there. So Clifford Wagner's here. He's doing better thanks to the music and the acupuncture. That's good to hear. Keith Shaw, Osling Bain, Dennis Lloyd, Kate Petrella, Steve Edelman, Jimmy Lee Robbins. Hi, all you guys. Kathy Marzik, good to see you all. Terry St. James and Carol Pred. So I'm laboring under a little bit of a burden here today, in that I broke a nail when the Verizon man sent me out into the cold to monkey with the outdoor box. I broke a nail on my index finger, and it's been cracking, kind of tearing away little by little, and today it's kind of the worst. So I've designed a set where I'm playing stuff that's using either a flat pick or I will use finger picks. Now finger picks I'm not that accurate with anymore, so it has to be the kind of music I would describe as ragged but right at its best. And this next tune, I've done this tune for years and years. And as far as I know, it was written by a guy named Al Diamondstein, also known as Al Opal Schwartz, who hung around Kent, Ohio back in the day, was in a jug band called the Tiny Alice Jug Band. I believe that was the one he was in. And the tune is from an old Tin Pan Alley tune, but the lyrics are pure Al Diamondstein, a.k.a. Opal Schwartz. And I want to kind of dedicate this to my good buddy Andy Cohen, who also would do this song. And Andy is a master at hokum, in addition to being a great guitar player and a great singer and just a great conversationalist to boot. Andy is a master of hokum. I can't do hokum as good as Andy, but I'll do my hokum until the hokum man comes, as they say. I know a weenie man, he owns a weenie stand. He sells most everything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll be his wife, someday I'll share his life, I'll be his weenie wife. Hot dog, I love that weenie man. I know a bun lady, her name is Hot Cross Katie. You know, she stays up all night long just a baking that good stuff. Now while her buns are in the oven, I'll pop over for some lovin'. You know she's got a lot of dough, folks, but that's not why I need her. couple, well, they do the weenie shuffle. You know, they're getting up in years, but they're not too old to cut the mustard. Now they shuffle down the street so fast, where you could barely catch up, let alone pass. I aim to learn to do that shuffle, and I look forward to it with great relish. Now down the street there came two weenies. One was fat and one was skinny, and one was a meanie, but one was kind of dreamy, and both of them was wearing beanies. Now I went up and I grabbed those weenies. One was dirty and one was cleany. One was firm and one was leaning, and the rest of this song ain't got no meaning. I know a weenie man, he owns a weenie stand. He sells most everything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll share his life, I'll be his weenie wife. Hot dog, I love that weenie man. Hot dog, I love that weenie man. A little bit of the Weenie Man there for you. Dedicated to my good buddy Andy Cohen. Andy is up on, I don't know if you can see, he's the picture above. Actually, we got a couple things to do here with the camera. So first you can see up above, that's a picture of me and Andy right there. And then here we have the queen of the house, my little girl, the Suki Cam. But she's so close I can barely get, there we go. Hi. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay. That's the Suki Cam. Now we're going to bring this back up. We're going to do this. But we got other stuff to do here. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this. That's not working well. Even a little lower. So next up we have an instrumental, a finger picks instrumental. So it's not going to be a delicate jazz tune. This one comes from the Reverend Gary Davis. So we're honoring our wall here today. And of course, on the other end of the wall, we have Sarah Steele's beautiful watercolor. I think she's here. She was here this morning. Go to sarahsteele.com, SARASTEELE. And actually, before I do the instrumental, I should do my announcements. So, there is a PayPal link if you'd like to leave something. It's always welcome. These contributions help keep the wheels turning here in Raleigh World. I already mentioned Cozy's Dilemma, but we'll talk more about her concert when we get around to Sunday, where it's just coming up. In the meantime, tonight is Wednesday night, so Frank Fatuski's blues stream and Claudia Schmidt's stream will be on. Tomorrow, Kokomo Kid is on at 10 a.m., and I will be on at 3, in spite of what the Kokomo Kid said this morning. It's hard because Alex does 3:30 streams and I do 3 o'clock streams. And I want to remind you of the schedule change. The reason I'm on Wednesday is because I sublet an office, an acupuncture office, and the deal was that the only full weekday I had was Tuesday. So even if I don't have a lot of clients, I have to keep that open, because otherwise I'll never get anything scheduled, you know. So Alex kindly offered to change places with me. So I will be on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Alex will be on Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays. And that'll be the way things will go for the time being until I figure out what I'm doing with my life. I'm only 72. I gotta start getting things together here. Okay, and then I think that's everything I was going to talk about. All right, Thursday. So I'll be right back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock, my usual Thursday concert. And I will then talk about what happens beyond there. Although I'll give you a hint. Kokomo will be on Friday morning at 10, and Alex will be on Friday afternoon at 3:30. So here, from the Reverend Gary Davis's repertoire, is the 12 Sticks, also known as The Boy Was Playing the Guitar and Kissing the Girl at the Same Time. See if I can get that position. The 12 Sticks by the Reverend Gary Davis. All right. Let's take a little look here. Alex here is walking at Geneva State Park in time to the 12 Sticks. Warren Bendler and Janelle. All this with the... Yeah, well, the nail doesn't come into the thing, you know. I've protected the nail. I've worn picks. Let's see who else is on here. Helene Tober Fowler is here. Laura Jackson Selden, a.k.a. the Gibson Girl. Here's a Gibson for you, my dear. Owen O'Malley. Great bass player and all-around good guy. Nancy Lefton is here. Says hi to Suki. Everybody likes Suki. She's over there now. She's in her usual inert position now. Okay, I think that's Derek Johnson. From York, Maine. The Nubble Lighthouse. Wow. Hope it's warmer up there than it is down here. Alex Bevan says, Al Diamondstein was a fabulous man. Though that, you know, I kind of think of, hi, Susan Catania. I kind of think of Al, and somebody said, oh, yeah, he's in Meadville, Pennsylvania. And then I realized that was like 30 years ago. I have no idea where he is, or if he is anymore. So, anyhow, I thank you all for joining me. I'm going to do another tune, and I'm going to get out of here. And somebody says it must be warm out. A guy with a motorcycle just rode by. No, motorcycles will brave. When I used to live on Cape Cod, oh, that's Charlie Bryant. When I used to live on Cape Cod, Bob Walker, I don't know if Bob Walker's here today. He lived right next to me. We lived on Easy Street. I lived at number 7 Easy Street, and he lived at number 9 Easy Street. And I had my first BMW, my first old BMW motorcycle. And he had a little BSA 250, and we both were so motorcycle crazy that like it would be 20 degrees, and we'd be out there riding our motorcycles around if there wasn't ice on the roads. And those little BSA single-cylinder 250s were famously hard to kickstart, and poor Bob probably about lost the use of his legs sometimes from kicking it over again and again in the cold. The BMW is a little easier. Warped by the rain and driven by the snow, drunk and dirty, don't you know? But I'm still willin'. Out on the road late last night, I seen my pretty Alice in every headlight. Dallas Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, Tehachapi to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made, driven on the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, show me a sign, I'd be willing to be moving. Well, I've been kicked by the wind and robbed by the sleet. I had my head stoved in, but I'm still on my feet, and I'm still willin'. And I smuggled some smokes and folks from Mexico, baked by the sun every time I go to Mexico. But I'm still. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, Tehachapi to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made, driven on the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, whites, wine, show me a sign, I'd be willing to be moving. Willen by the late Lowell George, and still a great song. Nobody could sing it like he could, but I could just give it a try because I love the song. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back, as I said, tomorrow. It's been very strange this week. This is the first time in a year that I went 2 days in a row without a gig, without a concert. And so usually I do a concert, and then the next day I plan a concert, and then the next day I do a concert, and the next day I plan a concert. So I did my Sunday concert, And then Monday comes around and Alex is doing his, and I got nothing to do. I'm like, it's awfully quiet here. And then Tuesday came around, and then I got busy and planned a concert. So I thank you all for coming, and I also especially, well, I want to thank a few people. I don't get an easy way of responding to people who send PayPal donations, but I do see everybody who does, and I thank you all so much for being supportive of live music, in a sense. This is as live as it gets right now. And I also want to thank my homies, Alex and Cozy and Guy Davis. The four of us have kind of shared our little place here in the world, and we listen to each other, and we play for each other, and in turn we sort of publicize each other. So I see people from all four of these venues showing up on all three of the other venues, whichever ones. And that's very gratifying. The whole community here is just a ball. I love it. So Neon Todd's here. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I missed. I think I said hi to most everybody. Joe Kovac, he's from the Alex stream, I believe. And I got about everybody else there. David Arthur Ratcliffe and Maddie. David Arthur Ratcliffe is a character. The Reverend did only play with the thumb and index finger, and if my index finger worked properly, I would try to do that, but I can't. And Jay Peterson says 48 degrees in Portland, Maine. It's probably warmer there than it is here. And the Gibson is sexy, and it's the only sexy thing you see here is the guitar. So be happy, be healthy, be brave, be calm, and if you get cranky, as Alex would say, take a nap. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't go. Let me just go to the Halo Cam. I like the Halo Cam. And there's Sarah Steele's beautiful painting. I always point to the wrong side. Way back over my shoulder there, that's the picture of me and Steve Mann, my buddy. And then in this other thing, there's Jack McGann and all kinds of people. Someday I'll take the camera over there for you. Okay. I said all that stuff, and we always finish with, if you get cranky, take a nap. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon.